Welcome to the channel Knowledge 24. In today's lecture, we will discuss the topic flow of execution in Python program. So, firstly, we have to understand about what is flow of execution. So, flow of execution means it's an order in which statements of the program will be executed. Or in simple terms, we can say that it's how the control flow between statements. So it shows how the control flow between statement. This is the definition. Now let's see. We know that Python is an interpreted language. It means interpreter is a translator which executed line by line. So it means the Python interpreter will execute all the statement line by line or one line at a time, but from the beginning only. Okay, you have to know that always the Python program will be executed from the first line of the program. Okay, first line of the program. Now we are talking about flow of execution. So if we are using simple program, then the flow of execution will always start from the first line of the program and it will continue till the end of the program. It says like it's a sequential. Sequential means 1, 2, 3 and so on till the end of the program. So when we are using simple program, then the execution will be start from the first statement till the end of the statement. Now, but we have the second condition or second situation that in our program, if we are using user-defined function, then the flow of execution will be changed. Means it will not follow sequential. The flow of execution will be changed. How the execution will be changed? So for this we have to understand some guidelines or rules. So first guideline is that comments will be ignored. Comments ignored or skipped by the interpreter. So the in flow of execution comment will be not included. Then second line, the program always start or always executed from the first statement. So execution always start from first line of the program. Now then in our program, if any user-defined function occur, then the function header will be executed by the Python interpreter. But the body of the function will not be executed. The body of the function or block of code will be ignored by the interpreter. So only it's a function header will be included in the flow of execution. Now then it will jump to the next statement, means it will jump to the after the function body part and it will continue like as a sequentially. And then when the function calling will occur, at that time the control will jump to the function definition. This is the main point. When the function calling occur, function calling means the function name followed by the any parenthesis, or in this we are passing different type of parameters. So when the function calling occurs, at that time the control will transfer or will jump to the definition part, and in definition part firstly it will execute the function header, then all the block of code, or we can say that it will execute the function body part also. So all these statements will be executed, and at last when the end of the statement, when the end of the function body, if the end with the return statement, in our function definition, if we are using return statement, at that time the control will again jump to the function calling. Okay, so when we are using return statement, then the function calling or then the control will jump to the function calling, and from that it will execute the statements in continued manner. If the statement is not occur in our function definition, then the control will transfer to the function calling's next line. Means the control will jump to the next line of the function calling, not it will go to the function calling. So the main point is that if we are using return statement, then control transfer to the function calling and it will execute in the continue. But if we are not using return statement, then the control will transfer to the next line of the function calling program. Okay, so these are the different guidelines we have to follow when we are using user defined function. So let's see two simple programs by which the concept will more clear. In this we are using two programs. First program using return statement and second program without return statement. So the flow of execution for the return statement. Now firstly, in first step we are using comment. So comment will be ignored by the Python interpreter. Now second is function header. So the flow of execution will be second line. Now it's a header part, so it will skip the body part. So third and fourth statement will not be executed by the interpreter. Then it will come to the fifth point. So fifth point will be executed. Then next sixth point will be executed. Now then it will execute the seventh statement. Here we are using function calling add AB. So seventh will be executed, and when we are using function calling, then the control will transfer to the function definition. Okay, so now its number is 2. So 2 will be executed, then its body part means third or fourth statement. So third will be executed, then fourth will be executed. Now here we are using return statement. So again the control will transfer to the function calling. So it will transfer to the result. Means seventh state will be executed again. So it will execute seventh statement and at last it will execute eighth statement. So this is the flow of execution of any Python program using return statement. Okay, now the same program will be write as a without a return statement. So in this we will see the flow of execution. Firstly, it will ignore the comment, so first step will not be executed. Then it will come to the second part. So first will be 2, so it's a function header. Then function body will not be executed or it will ignored by the interpreter. Then it will come to the fifth point. So fifth will be executed. Then sixth will be executed. Now it will come to the seventh point. So seventh point, in this we are using function calling. So again the control will transfer to the function definition and its part is 2. So 2 will be executed, then its body part or blob of the code. Blob of the code means third or fourth statement. So third will be executed, then fourth will be executed. And then the control, here we are using only print statement, not we are using return statement. It means the control will transfer to the next line of the calling statement. So here we are, if we are using, suppose here we are using print, okay, then it will come to the, after fourth it will come to the eighth directly. Here it will not go to the seventh point because in this we are not using return statement. So it will directly print the next line after the calling. So it will print eighth line. So these two programs shows how the control will transfer, or it shows the flow of execution. So in summary we can say that flow of execution means a order in which statements are executed or how the control flow between statements. Or in this we are using different guidelines or rules by which we can simply understand that how the control flows between statements. Thank you.